It's been quite a while since I last posted, and I just kind of wanted to make this video with a little bit of a chill kind of vibe, with a kind of like a rain on the background and minimal editing, which is the vibe I was going for this video. Lately, I felt a lot of demotivation, like a lot of people feel, but observing my growth over this time and this really small community that I've built has actually motivated me to make more videos. And YouTube is hard, but it's fair. And I think that if I just continue improving my videos and posting more, which is something that I really need to get better with, I'll see even more improvement, because I saw a lot of improvement last month. I think this month could be even better if I put the effort in. And I feel like I've been sort of putting it off because last month, because at the beginning of this month, can you tell this is not edited? But at the beginning of this month, I was sick, so I couldn't really post. Okay, but like I added a lot of filling. Okay, back to the actual video. So for this video, as I said, I wanted a chill vibe, so I kind of made like this video of me kind of deciding a dress, because my quince is quite a few months away, but it's still good to start planning it very early, which is something I feel like I need to get better with. But I think it was a good time to kind of like get starting with the planning. So the first thing that I've been planning since I was little has been my dress, which I took heavy inspiration from the 2015 Cinderella, which I think is just gorgeous dress. It's a beautiful dress, but my favorite color is green, so I've always wanted to make my quince green. So I think I'm just gonna roughly grab some elements from that dress and put them into my dress. I want a lot more bling in my dress for sure, especially in the kind of like bodice part, or like the part for the corset part. You know what I mean, like the top part. For the skirt, I really like the detail of the Swarovski crystals, so I kind of tried imitating that. Can you tell that I'm not actually looking at what I'm drawing right now? I'm just kind of like filming the voiceover somewhere else, because I can't really film voiceovers on my actual computer, even though I have a huge microphone. And it's because there's a lot of noise where I live, so there's a lot of doors constantly opening and closing and stuff like that, and like the road and everything. If you know, you know. So there's a lot of like interruptions all of the time. So like it's like really hard to film in the actual place, so that's why I make sure to do my voiceovers in the bathroom, so I can't really see what I'm actually drawing, which is a shame, but we're just gonna roll with it. And normally I do like little timestamps to make sure I know when I'm drawing or what I'm drawing or like whatever. But for this time, I decided not to do timestamps because I just want to get this video released as quickly as possible. So I just kind of wanted to film this like really quick, and it's a video that I've been putting off for quite a while. So it's currently like 7 p.m. and I really want to see if I can release this before 9. And I know that's a huge goal for somebody who's barely filming like the voiceover, and it's like what I don't know, it's freaking 2 hours away, and I'm barely just filming the voiceover, but we're not gonna talk about that, okay? We're just gonna roll with it. And one of my major sources of inspiration for this dress was actually Pinterest. So I decided that these last couple of months I would just kind of spend it scrolling on Pinterest, looking at ideas for my nails, my cake, and especially my dress, which, as I stated before, has been something I've been dreaming of ever since I was very little. So I'm super happy that this is actually happening, and this is like one of the main reasons I really want to do a quince. It's because I want my big glamorous green dress. And I know that most quince dresses have like the typical shape where you can tell it's kind of like voluptuous and like big and kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but round. But the Cinderella dress that I took inspiration from, it tapers off a lot differently. So you know how like the other dresses taper off kind of up and then go down off from the like top part? The Cinderella dress, it has volume obviously, but it tapers kind of in a way that is like a triangle, I guess. It's just like a downward smooth slope, and I really like the design that they decided to take for that. So that's something I really wanted to do for my quince dress, so that it looks a bit different, but also because I really appreciate the aesthetic that goes on with designs like that one. I think they look amazing, flawless, it's giving princess and everything. And I just feel like the big kind of like dresses, because that's still a big dress. I would love my dress to be big, huge, humongous, and like a move flowy and everything, but I don't really like that kind of like a round shape that most dresses have, like that kind of like curve before sloping down. I feel like it's a bit, it looks kind of weird. It looks like how can I describe it best, like when you grab a knife and you just sort of split a watermelon in half. That's kind of what it looks like. Like take one of those pieces, that's what it looks like. And I prefer the downward smooth kind of like slope. Also, as I said before, I want a very, very glittery dress, a very, very nice. I want my top to be a kind of like a sweetheart top, I think. That's what I would prefer for me. The bodice, I want it to be full of like little crystals and diamonds and everything. I love the actual like sleeveless design that they took for the Cinderella dress. I feel like it's such a sleek and chic design. It looks so elegant, it's so pretty, and it's kind of like there's really kind of like no sleeve. It just goes off and it kind of like covers a bit of the sweetheart top. But I think like with some sheer fabric, it looks really nice and it goes all around the top. And you can put like little details. The one thing I didn't really like about the Cinderella dress was the butterflies. I felt like they looked a bit tacky. I feel like they could have still added the butterflies, but made them more like crystal instead of like plastic material that they did. I don't really understand why they did this, considering the shoes, they look so pretty. I would have loved the butterflies from the shoes to go up to the actual dress, to the little top sheer kind of like sleeve part. I think it would have looked so pretty, but whatever. I mean, it's still a gorgeous dress. Like, I would love this dress. Like, did I express before how much I really like this dress? Like, you can tell, okay? But yeah, I really like that idea of the kind of like sheer-ish kind of like top thing. So I decided to make it a bit sheer, and I also decided to add like little flowers to kind of, because I think it'll look cute. I don't know if I've added them yet, maybe later on in the video, but you'll guys see. I'm kind of like spoiling my own video. Yeah. But whatever, we're just gonna go on. And I feel like I really want my corset to be tight. Like, I naturally have a very tiny, tiny waist, but I feel like I really want that to be emphasized when I wear my quince dress. I really want the tiny, tiny waist to be visible. And especially compared with the huge dress, I think it'll look adorable and pretty and elegant. And I think it'll just be flawless. A really long train is something I also would love to have. I love long trains. I feel like they look so pretty. And one of my favorite parts of the, as I said before, my favorite dress, the Cinderella dress, is that it's like so gorgeous and flowy to dance in. And like, I probably won't be doing a lot of dancing, but I feel like I love that kind of like flowy kind of dress with the multiple layers, and the watercolor just looks beautiful. I would actually love a watercolor like dress, like that one with that type of fabric, but like a green tones. I feel like it'll look so beautiful, and that's kind of something I try to do in my drawing. And I'm not really good at imitating kind of like textures, so I apologize. I didn't want it to look too tacky, kind of wanted it to go with my style, and it's a bit of a hard balance to strike, but you know, I just kind of tried my best with it, and I tried to be like calm and gentle, and kind of like design it the way that I saw it, but in a way that also fit within my art style, and that wouldn't look too out of place compared to my actual drawings. This is just kind of like a rough idea, and what I'm saying is actually like the actual idea that I have in my head. So a lot of glam, a lot of elegance, a lot of like pretty gems everywhere. I know that silver is not really my color, but I think well, gems aren't really silver, right? They're like diamonds. They're like little diamonds, so it doesn't really matter. They're like crystal. But yeah, I really would like these beautiful crystals. And I saw some beautiful fabric on over on Pinterest of some dress. I didn't really like, I kind of liked the design, but the top was something that didn't convince me that much. But it was like this little like sage green, kind of like sheer-ish kind of color for the fabric, and I think it looks super pretty. It was so pretty, it was so well done, and it looked really elegant, and it was kind of like sheer, so it wasn't like really popping in your face. But it just looks so pretty, and that's something I really would like to add to my actual quince dress. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to be with like the main sage green color, and then the rest can be kind of like gold and diamond specks, which is what I really want. I saw a lot of designs on Pinterest that included that sage green color, but they didn't include as much glam as I really wanted, or they had those big bows, which I don't really like, or they were like the watermelon dress, or like they had like this weird kind of like a lace darker color than the actual dress designs, and I feel like it looked kind of weird. I don't know why most quince dresses have that. I don't really like the way that looks. I know a lot of people do, but it's not really my cup of tea. And I was a bit disappointed that looking on Pinterest, most of the quince dresses kind of will look the same with that kind of like weird lace thing that I said. And I don't really like that. So I've been trying to kind of like drift away from that design. So I kind of wanted to go for a more authentic design with a lot more glam. As I said, I really like glam and the way that it looks on dress designs. I think it just looks so pretty, and especially in quince dresses, it's underappreciated. And I know a lot of people may say, oh well, quince dresses have like a lot of glam. I feel like sometimes it's not enough, you know. I want more glam, and I feel like that's something that's not really incorporated into quince dresses. I know that you guys, probably most like Americans or people from other countries that are not from Latin America, don't have a lot of like big dress events where you wear like these kind of like big ball gowns. Probably the closest one would be your wedding dress, and a lot of people I've seen that they choose kind of like silk dresses and stuff like that, which I like. Y'all don't get that much glam. Like, it's either lace or silk for most American wedding dresses, which I don't know. Like, that's kind of like how you guys do it. I want my quince dress to differ from that. But yeah, this is kind of like the final result, the final touches, and I think it turned out so pretty and super duper nice. And I hope you guys enjoyed this like really chill video of me just kind of talking for like 13 minutes, going through all sorts of topics. But yeah, I think it turned out very cute. Bye bye. Wanna watch another video? Click over here, and if you want to subscribe, click over here.